MC who just spoke to us, but we are going to get a number of other stakeholders to engage on this whole issue. So the earth-moving machines just arrived. We've seen 2 of them so far, and they are moving to site at the moment to do the clearing. We understand this particular location was where the minister and her delegation came the very last time, but surprise to them, they realized that these individuals moved in again to erect the structures. So they are in today with a number of military personnel, national security stakeholders within RECSEC, the MC from Tema West, the mayor of the Tema municipality, and a number of police officers who are presently on the ground to be part of this exercise to clear every structure that is on waterways. We are told again that a number of other presidential appointees will be present on the ground, and so this exercise just began. It is already 12 noon, and it is expected that this exercise is going to take a very long while, but we are going to follow them to wherever they are going and also bring you some exclusive interviews with the mayor, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, and then other people who matter in this whole exercise. For a second, I want to speak with the Greater Accra Regional Minister to give us some further details on this whole conversation. You have taken up the president's directive with a certain level of seriousness, and a number of people are seeing it and applauding you for what you are doing generally. But then again, speaking to us earlier, you said you were here the last time. To your surprise, the structures are up again. What do you think went wrong?
That was a question I just asked my engineers and then the Forestry Commission, and they explained that sometimes when they come here, there are land gas here, and they are also not, they don't have the weapons, to fight them back. And so when they get to that, they have to leave. And so I think that is a challenge. And so if we can talk to the police, so that each time they are coming, they will assist them, so that this land gas will not disturb them. I think that's the issue. They just told that the challenges they are facing.
For RECSEC, you have the military, almost all the security apparatus right under your authority. And so where did we slip?
No, it's the, yes, aside the RECSEC, this is district basis. And so we are here at Tema West. And so this is Tema West. And so we cannot bring people from Accra to come and fight here. And that is why the MC also has his own responsibilities. And obviously the MC was just sworn in. And so he just assumed office about 2 weeks ago. And so that is why we've tasked. Yesterday you saw us, engaging all the MCs to make sure that these are some of the issues I want them to tackle for us. And so we are going to put a task force in place, and so that they can fight this for us. And we are not only looking beyond demolition, there should be a prosecution as well. And so when we pull down the building and notice that it's being raised, we know the owners, not that the assembly knows the owners very well. And so there will be prosecution as well.
A number of stakeholders are present on the ground. We see NADMO, and to my surprise, Forestry Commission. Well, because this is a Ramsar site, but what role do you really want them to play in this whole exercise?
In fact, like you said, NADMO has its own role to play, because when it comes to flood, NADMO is responsible. People will be expecting this compensation. It should come from NADMO, so they are actively involved in this aspect. Forestry, like you said, this reserve site, they are responsible. They are to make sure that the reserve site they take care of it. This is Green Ghana, they have to plant trees here. And so they are also here to make sure that the right thing is being done. You get? And the mayor as well, the MCs, they are all here. And so just after today's exercise, we are going to tax them. And we don't want to come back and see the structures raised again. We want to make sure that each time we come, like the demolition exercise in Accra, there are task forces around and they are policing the entire place. And so they should get us with police escort. It shouldn't be only the task force, because when they come here, they are not armed. And so when the land guards are, what can they do? They cannot do anything. So the land guards, the task force that will be formed, they should give them police escort. Each time they come, 24 hours, there should be police escort, and so that they can help them, take care of the place for us.
It is one thing the president addressing the nation and saying that he feels that the structures must be demolished. That is on a national level. Yeah. But speaking to you directly, how passionate is he about all these things that are happening on the Ramsar site? He's
very passionate as far as life is concerned. And yeah, recently the flooding, I don't know whether you heard, a lot of lives were lost. And yes, 4 of them. So it should be something that we should take it. We should own this exercise. As far as lives are being involved, properties, as I'm speaking, there are a lot of people who are even out. We've given them some place to stay in the interim. So we have to actively get involved and make sure that the right thing is being done. The fact that we have places that we don't experience flooding doesn't mean that we shouldn't be concerned. We are concerned, not individual, but the larger picture is what we are looking at.
How did you deal with the traditional leaders who say you were demolishing their shrine some few weeks ago? How did you deal with that situation?
They are very much aware they don't have permits. When I engage them in my office, I ask, do you have permits? Who gave you the land? They couldn't explain. And so if a place is Ramsar, no one is above the law.
But the ghost also needs a place to stay.
The ghost needs a place. The fact that we demolish a structure doesn't mean that we've affected that god. The structures should work for us. So, and I believe when the entire Greater Accra got flooded, they've witnessed what happened, and so they should understand us. Yeah.
To what extent would this exercise last today?
Today we are looking at the whole day. We have to make sure that as many as possible buildings should be down. Right from today, the entire building here should go down. And then from here, we'll go to Klagon to Tema to Madina, Adenta, and then Kotobabi. We are going to end at Kotobabi. Yeah.
So the people over there, they should just prepare for all this coming.
Aware. In fact, there has been an engagement, and they are very much aware of this exercise. And some of the buildings, you notice, they are stop work, and they are still continuing with the buildings. So they've been warned already. So it shouldn't be like we are wicked. Not that we are wicked, but we just want to do the right thing so that everybody will be safe. Yeah.
Maybe lastly, aside clearing structures on Ramsar site and waterways, what other priorities do you have for your office regarding Accra generally?
Aside this flooding and demolition, Greater Accra, sanitation is also much of a concern to us. We also decongesting Greater Accra. It's also our priority. Street lighting the entire Greater Accra. It's also one of our projects we are tackling. And so we have a lot to do. And sanitation, we are hoping that hopefully next month, National Sanitation Day should be launched, and so that you notice that we even started with the regional sanitation day, but because they said we should merge both, and that is why we are waiting for the national so that we can merge both. And so sanitation is also our priority, decongesting Greater Accra for easy access of the roads. It's also our priority, and we've started. The mayor has started in Accra. Now we want to bring back the beauty of Accra, and so when you are walking through Accra, you notice, you've seen it, the entire place is looking beautiful. After decongesting, we'll beautify the place. We've spoken with what is their name for? Yeah, Parks and Gardens, to beautify the entire place for us, and so that is what.
Thank you very much for speaking to us live on Channel One TV. We can't do this without speaking to the mayor.